Welcome back, folks. Yes, you read that right. This is an 0-7 start. Very frustrated, wondering should I just pack it up and not play the rest of this evening. So I'm going to jump into a tank and see if I can at least get a first kill with a tank. That should increase my odds, one would think. I brought this video to you because I experienced a couple things for the first time, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Now, there's obviously a scout in the area. There's a flare. Well, a scout has what? A light tank grenade and some K bullets. So I'm not too worried about him, but I'm going to take a few moments, take a look around, see if I can get that first kill. I don't see him. Again, he's not a real threat, so I'm not going to waste my time. So I'm going to concentrate on A. Let's just get to A. Now, pay attention to the water. Watch the water. See that go by? And then boom, I get hit. I got torpedoed. Who does that? Who torpedoes a tank? Now, I did not notice when I was playing, I did not notice that first torpedo go by because I was so focused on A, and the second torpedo is the one that hit me, which I'm lucky for that. Otherwise, it would have blown me up. But here's something very important that I wanted to bring to your attention there, snipers. That sniper is moving. He'll shoot and move, which is good if you're going up against a single sniper, but you're going up against a tank. That crosshair covers the entire area that he was moving back and forth. So snipers, if you're going to move going up against a tank, you got to go farther, move farther. So now I got my first two kills, but again, not thinking very well. I'm sitting here in the open, healing myself instead of driving to cover. And then I'm going to back up out of the water, and I obviously do not know how to drive a tank. It takes me... I'm just going in circles here. Yeah, I've never done this before, really. I'm level 78, 79. Never driven a light tank before, obviously. Well, I've never been torpedoed. Can't say that anymore. I got torpedoed. Now, coming up this hill, boom, I run over some landmines. And I think that is the first time I've run over landmines as well, which they're easy to see. Here comes the boat again, and guess what? Torpedoed a second time, guys. This is the same life. I have not died yet. This is the same life. So I got torpedoed twice in a row. So I guess I obviously didn't learn the lesson from the first time I tried to cross the water. So my lesson to me here is make sure there's no boats before you cross the water. Because this guy likes to torpedo tanks. I've never tried it myself, but guess what? I'm going to start trying it. I have torpedoed infantry standing on the shoreline. I have torpedoed infantry. So I have, when I'm doing, like on this map, when I do an amphibious assault, we'll call it, in the back of the fort, I will torpedo the shoreline just in case there's someone laying there that I don't see. Now, this guy I'm going to chase, my aim is still off. I get a little hit marker there, but I'm going to come around this rock, and this is indicative of my aiming for the game. Look at that, not even close, but there's more than one way to kill somebody, isn't there? Yes, always satisfying to squish somebody, isn't it? Okay, well, we haven't done a story in a while. I've got one more from the 1914 to 19 range, and this is from 1917. It's called One Against War, and this is America's most passionate and persistent pacifist. It is now 2017. Happy New Year. Let me get that out before we get into our story here. Alrighty, Jeannette Rankin was the first woman elected to the House of Representatives. A Republican from Montana, she vowed to represent women and children all over the country. Rankin was sworn in on April 2nd, 1917. Just 4 days later, the House faced a historic vote on whether or not to declare war on Germany. Rankin voted no. I want to stand behind my country, she said, but I cannot vote for war. Her decision resulted in a barrage of criticism. The New York Times said it was final proof of the feminine incapacity for straight reasoning. Rankin was defeated at the next election. After more than 20 years working as a lobbyist for peace, Rankin was elected to a second term in 1940. After Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, Rankin faced another vote on a declaration of war. Once again, she voted no. That made her the only member of Congress to vote against war with Japan, and the only one to vote against U.S. entry into both World War I and World War II. As a woman, I cannot go to war, and I refuse to send anyone else, she replied. Unfriendly epithets rained on her from all quarters. She was called a skunk, a traitor, and a Nazi. Again, her vote led to her defeat at the polls. No one ever called Jeannette Rankin a flip-flopper. In 1968, at the age of 87, she led a march on Washington to oppose what she called the ruthless slaughter in Vietnam. At the end of her life, she was asked if she would have done anything differently. Yes, she said, I would have been nastier. That is my last story from the World War I time period. I've got another one coming up that relates to the campaign. So that'll be in the next video, or the one after that. It'll come soon. Well, anyway, we get defeated on this my most terrible starting of a round. That didn't make much sense, did it? So let's take a look at this scoreboard. I go 13 and 14. I end up 13 and 14 with an 0 and 7 start. So that's all I got for you, people. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, folks, to play hard. Life is just too damn short not to. You all take care, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, all. Well, now the scoreboard's showing 11 and 14. Before it said 13 and 14. What gives, guys?